Ah, shoot, you're cracking me up, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. You're gonna get muted. You got muted. There you go. Good evening, Grant. How are you? Hope things are going well. Wow, they're checking in quick. Keith, Jeff, thank you very much for your donation yesterday. The First Lady really appreciated it. No, Dwayne. Christopher, how are you? Hope everybody had a great Sunday. Got a little rain last night. Knocked down some of the dust. And the Colts played today and won. Hello, Michael. How are you? It's good to see you yesterday. And Jeff. Brother Jim, good evening. Brother Brian and Don, how are you? Thanks for checking in, everybody. We'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. Absolutely, 3-0 for the Colts. I won't talk about college football. That could start an argument. So, Brother Frank, how's things at Belleville? Good to see everybody. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Ready to start the week off right. Sonic, you're pretty active today. Moving around. Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Brother Chris from Prospect, good, and thanks for checking in. Brother Ray from down south, the First Lady of Freemasonry just checked in. Thank her for all she did this week. We had a busy week. We both split our forces today, and Mel spent the day with 2 of our grandkids, and I spent the day with 2 of our other grandkids. So it was a good time to be with family today. Brother Mark, another Prospect guy. Welcome. We'll get started here in just a minute. Brother Todd, one of our lodge liaisons. Brother Jim from Martinsville. Thank you all for checking in. Brother Chris from the UK. And it's the morning there. Not sure what time in the morning it is, but thank you for checking in. Probably pretty early. Brother Tack, good to see you. And Zachary, good to see you there in Newcastle. Timo, good evening. All right, we got a good crowd this evening. That's great. And Brother Fred from Bluffton checking in. Well, brothers, let's get started. We got probably guys getting ready to eat dinner and maybe watch another football game. So welcome. Thank you for checking in. I want to tell you this is our 18th live stream. I can't believe that it's been 18 weeks since being installed as your Grandmaster, and 18 weeks of doing this live stream. I hope you all enjoy it. I know I certainly do, and I appreciate everybody that checks in live, and I also appreciate everybody that watches it late night afterwards or on our YouTube channel. So thank you all very much for being here. I got my shirt of the week on. Get over to this side from Web Lodge. Sent me this shirt, so thank you to the brothers of Web Lodge. They'll probably check in here in a minute, so I appreciate it. And, yep, Brother Jeff Pardue, long time no see. It's been all of about 14 hours, so it was great to see you at the rededication. So let's jump right in, brothers, to the commodities report. Green beans made an impressive comeback this week at 3. So it was a great week for green beans, and then we had our first showing of ham and beans. So the ham and soup bean season has started with that good old cornbread, and makes for a nice drive home after a lodge meeting. So green beans are up this week. It's been an absolutely busy week, brothers, but a good week. I traveled to Jackson Lodge 146 on Monday and presented a 50-year award of gold to their longtime Tyler, brother Mike Reed, and I've met him on quite a few occasions, so it was an honor to be there and present him his 50-year award and get to visit with him and his wife, and they had a great meeting. Jackson Lodge always has a great turnout. Their Eastern Star does all their meals, and they just have a really good time and really good productive meetings. Do a lot for their community, and really appreciate always going down to Jackson Lodge. And they also do something nice, which I think a lot of lodges should think about doing. They do service awards as well, not just 50-year awards and 25-year awards, which 50-year awards and 75-year awards are kind of sponsored by the Grand Lodge. And most lodges do 25-year awards, which are a lodge award from the lodge. But they recognize brothers on their, I think it's their 5 and 10-year anniversary, but also presented a 40-year certificate to a good friend of mine, Brother Bucky Everhart, very active Mason and active in Scottish Rite and Shrine down in that area. So I think that's a great way to recognize our brothers and not wait till 25 years or 50 years to do that. So kudos to Jackson Lodge, and I know other lodges do that. You can go online and buy pins of any year you want to recognize somebody for, and certificates are cheap, but the brotherly love and the appreciation that we show our brothers for their service to the fraternity, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 60 years, means a lot to the brothers to be recognized and to be appreciated. So a great job there for Jackson Lodge. And then on Wednesday, I spoke at Scottish Rite Cathedral at lunchtime for the annual tour guide meeting. The Indianapolis Scottish Rite Cathedral has a committee of tour guides that give tours all throughout the week. I think it's Tuesday through Thursday from 10 to 2. So if you've never taken one of those tours, I would encourage you to do so. It's such a beautiful building filled with, Masonic symbolism, and all the beautiful art glass windows, the structure, the woodwork, and our tour guides do a great job. So they have an annual lunch with their ladies, and I got to speak to them and kind of made my presentation to the ladies and posed to them, why does your husband spend so much time, your husband, your partner, spend so much time in this great fraternity? And we had a good conversation about what a Mason is, what a Mason does, how it can improve our lives, taking us from that rough ashlar to that perfect ashlar. And I posed to them that men are kind of like wolves, in the sense that some men are lone wolves. The lone wolves don't join the fraternity. They're not joiners. They kind of just do things on their own. They don't either need or think that they need the support of a brother. There's several men like that, but the men that joined a fraternity were pack wolves. And there's certain members of the pack that kind of make sense to the leadership structure of Freemasonry. The alpha wolf is, of course, the leader of the pack, and the beta wolf would be like the deputy grand master or the senior warden who assists in the running of the structure of the fraternity. And then you have the delta wolf, that's your committee type of men that work so hard on our committees. And then the omega wolf, which is what I call the craft, the brother sitting on the sidelines, the smiling face that does the jobs that need to be done with a smile on his face. So each one of us, it shows, has a specific purpose within this fraternity, and it takes each and every one of us working together. It's not just the leader, it's not just the committee people, it's every one of us play a very important role in the superstructure of Freemasonry to hold it together and make it strong. So I give a leadership talk on that, so if anyone would ever like to hear that, let me know, and we'll see if we can get something scheduled down the line. But I appreciate everything that each and every one of you do, and we certainly appreciate all your ladies. I know I wouldn't know what to do without my First Lady, Mel, and everything that she does to support me and all the support I get from my family. So everyone plays an important role in this fraternity. And then Wednesday evening, I had my stated meeting at my lodge, Temple Lodge 47 here in Greencastle, just about 3 blocks from the house. And we had a good turnout. Some of our regulars were unable to be there. Some of our farmers are out in the field, and other people were on vacation or on a trip or had work. But we had plenty to open. We cracked open the ham and beans for the first time this year, so that was great. And we read a petition, very exciting, from the Internet Inquiry. Our membership guy is our also a lodge liaison, Brother Todd Barrow, did a great job in contacting this prospective member, and he came to our dinner. We got to meet him, and he received his petition. He was ready to petition and set an investigating committee, so I'm excited about the opportunity of Temple Lodge bringing in a new brother. So make sure, brothers, that you're paying good attention to our requests from the Internet Inquiry. We get a lot of great members through our Internet Inquiry. Sometimes we got to kind of sift through the chaff once in a while, but most of the men that put in an interest truly are interested in this fraternity, and I think would make great brothers. So spend some time with them, invite them to the lodge, get to know them. You don't immediately have to sign a petition and get them right in the door. You know, invest a little bit of time in them, bring them to some functions, introduce them to the lodge, let them get comfortable with who we are so we can get comfortable with them. So the Internet Inquiry is a great program, and I appreciate Brother David Westmeyer, our senior Grand Deacon, kind of oversees that. We got a lot of the brothers on here. I know Mike Pettigrew has been a long time servant on that committee and does a phenomenal job. So please support that, and please take the time to respond to these men that are interested in joining our great fraternity and being a part of us. On Friday, brothers, I had the opportunity, the First Lady and I went to Compass Park, the Indiana Masonic Home, and they provided us with a tasting. We're doing an event for the Grand Lodge officers there during the holiday time. So we got to meet and spend some time with a lot of the staff, and we appreciate everything they do. And they're doing such a good job with our Masonic home, and we have a great staff down there in Franklin. So again, I know they're still scheduling the dine and tour, so you can contact Chad Davis at the Indiana Masonic home. Bring your lodge down. I'm still trying to get a date for my lodge so we can go down there. They'll feed you a great meal and give you a great tour, explain the facilities to you, how the system works, and all the great things that are going on at Compass Park in our Indiana Masonic home. And then Friday evening, I drove over to Terre Haute, to the Scottish Rite Valley of Terre Haute, and visited with all the brothers and their ladies there for their annual fish fry. They also use that as a broad-based open house to bring in potential members and bring in Master Masons to see if they're interested in joining the Scottish Rite. And they had a wonderful turnout. I got to visit with a lot of brothers I hadn't seen in a while, met a lot of new ones. Best part about being Grand Master is being able to travel to lodges and travel to our appendant bodies and spend some great time with our brothers. And looks like Brother Ken Elliott just checked in, and he's from Cloverdale Lodge, and he was there at the fish fry and had a great time. So take advantage of those opportunities, brothers, to get out and meet people from all across our state and enjoy being a Freemason. We've got a lot of other activities to talk about. I've got a lot to get through today, but on Saturday, we then traveled to Hartford City Lodge, just north of Anderson, for the 175th rededication of Blackford Lodge number 106. And Blackford Lodge is a nice little lodge. They have a beautiful building. It's well maintained, and they do a lot of things for their community. And they put on a very nice celebration. We had a great rededication ceremony. It's always wonderful to celebrate with our brothers at these important anniversaries. When you think back 175 years ago, I did a little research on Blackford County and Hartford City, and it was a community started by 3 or 4 cabins right up against the creek. And to think that even before it became a county, the the lodge was chartered. So to be the starting point of history really for Blackford County and for Hartford City is just an amazing thing. And yet 175 years later, they still stand and they still survive, and they're thriving and hoping to grow. So thank you so much to Worship Master Russ Strom and all the Grand Lodge officers. And shout out to our Assistant Grand Lecturer Fred Lukenbaugh. He did the prologue to the rededication for the first time and hit a home run and did an absolutely wonderful job. He's a great ritualist and a asset to our Grand Lodge, serving as a assistant lecturer to our Grand Lecturer Denny Davis. And I know they're in the midst of a lot of hard work doing all the lodges of instruction. So if you haven't had yours will be coming up, and please make every effort to get out there and go to a lodge of instruction. Just as a reminder, we've got the Beehive Project coming up in October. I know my lodge talked about a few potential projects we'll be doing in October. And what we would like, brothers, is for you to get your lodge to put together a community service project. It could be something as simple as going to volunteer at a food bank for a couple hours on a Saturday, cleaning up a widow's lodge or yard, doing some work around a neighbor's house, doing some volunteer work for the city or for Habitat for Humanity or any other charity organization you can think of, but fulfill a need in your community. Band your brothers and families together. Go out as a lodge, put your shirts on, put a smile on your face, go do something for the community. And if you would, take some pictures and email what your lodge did in the month of October for the Beehive Project, how many brothers assisted, how many hours you put in and what you did, and send me an email at the beehiveproject2025@gmail.com, because then at the end of the month, we're going to have our great PR and marketing team comprised of Dirk and Darian and some other brothers, and put out and just show what a difference the Freemasons of Indiana can make. I know most of our lodges are doing some great things out there, and we appreciate everything that you do, but this is a project I wanted to start, and I'd like to see it grow, and just go out there and do something good for the community. Also in October 5th, is the Schofield House Pilgrimage. We will have the full schedule put out. I have a meeting with the Master Schofield Lodge 1818 and with the chairman of the Masonic Heritage Foundation tomorrow to finalize the schedule. So we will have that out and blasting it out on our social media here in the next couple days. But I know that starting at 10 o'clock, we're going to have a short worship service led by Pastor Scott Hebbard from down at New Albany Lodge, and then we're going to have moving the Dwight Smith Memorial Stone. We're going to rededicate it, and some other programs, and just a great time. And as an enticement for everyone to travel down to the Schofield House, I've got my special lapel pin, of which only 500 of these were made. It says, "Follow me," and it has my truck Betty on it with the square and compass. Every Master Mason that shows up to the Schofield House Pilgrimage will get one of these from me. You have to come see me, shake my hand, maybe we'll get a picture together and enjoy some time having a little conversation. But I would appreciate a great turnout at the Schofield House. It is the birthplace of Indiana Freemasonry in 1818. Back in the wilderness, the brothers travel from all over southern Indiana with charters from Ohio and Kentucky, and form the Grand Lodge of Indiana, which is now 208 years old. If I'm not, I might be wrong on the exact years, but they started something great that lives today. So please come down, bring your families, and enjoy a nice fall morning and afternoon in Madison, Indiana. And we would love to see you there. As I said, the Lodge of Instructions are starting, so please make sure your lodges are ready to go and learn a lot about our ritual. Some certain things that I wanted lodges to work on this year, And as you know, ritual is very important to me. And ritual always doesn't have to be letter perfect. That may come as a big shock to you, because as a matter of fact, yesterday during the rededication, I forgot a line, and my lovely First Lady was whispering from across the sideline, pointing at me, letting me know that I forgot something, because I think she knows it about as well as I do at this point. So we all make mistakes, and we had a little laugh about it, and we got back on track. But it's more important to live the ritual, understand it. And we love our ritualist, and I'm a ritualist. I love to get up and do the ritual, but this is who we are. Our ritual makes us who we are. It's the lessons that we need to learn. It's a great reminder. So even though you might have seen the Master Mason degree 50 times, you need to keep going and keep learning, and just enjoy our ritual and learn it, and get our officers up to speed so they can run our lodges the great way that I know that they are capable of. We have our one-day classes coming up. I'm going to throw out an apology out there. Some of that information hasn't gotten out as quick as I had wanted it to. I got kind of tied up with the Grandmaster's reception and with the Compass Park Festival. So there'll be a blast of information coming out probably Tuesday or Wednesday on our one-day classes, on the locations, on the contacts for who to contact. One thing you need to make sure of is when you go to a one-day class with a candidate, you have to make sure you bring a Bible, a mentor, and an apron, and I think it's the 42 EZ form signed by your lodge secretary that says he's been elected or has received his elected and received an entered apprentice degree or fellow craft degree if he's going to just go to finish up. So we'll get that information out as soon as possible. We have a coin winner, and let me see who that might be. Brother Nick George from Leo Lodge. So I'll be up at Leo Lodge here in a little bit. So Brother Nick, you're going to get sent when I get off my tuchus and get all my mailing done, the large version of my coin. So only 100 of these are available. So congratulations. I'll look forward to seeing you at Leo Lodge when I'm down there, I think in November, to speak. So congratulations, and I hope you enjoy it. And one thing that came up this week that I heard, I'd heard it before, but it just kind of touched me a little bit different this week. So I'm going to read you this quote from Brother Benjamin Franklin. Brother Benjamin Franklin, a well-known Mason and, of course, one of the founding fathers of our great country, he said, "He who seeks Masonic wages in gold and silver will be disappointed. The wages of a Mason are in the dealings with one another. Sympathy begats sympathy. Kindness begats kindness. Helpfulness begats helpfulness. And these are the true wages of a Mason." Man, no truer words have been spoken. I get kind of chills up my spine even when I read that, because it just rings so true to me that we can't expect sympathy if we're not willing to offer sympathy. And we can't expect help if we're not able or willing to help others. And we certainly can't expect people to be kind to us if we're not kind to others. As you know, bringing in new brothers is very important to me. It's not about membership. It's not about numbers. It's about bringing in good men who are going to be my brother. Brothers have made my life better, made my family's life better. It makes our world better. And you're the shining light out there. You are the billboard. You are the walking, talking theme of Follow Me to Freemasonry. By doing good things in your family, in your community, in your lodges, in your places of worship, in your neighborhood, it just shows what Masons really are. You can explain it to them, you can read it to them, but man, when you live it and you show it, that's the true billboard for Freemasonry. Brothers, it's been absolutely great to spend time with you this evening. I hope to see you next week. I hope to see you during my travels this week. I'll be out and about quite a bit. I know that Newburgh Lodge has a Jeopardy fundraiser coming up on Tuesday. I'll be down at Newburgh Lodge filling in as the host, which I'm excited about. And then The Midwest Grotto Association has several functions this weekend that I've been invited to, so I'll be spending some time with the Grotto brothers. And but I hope our cross, if you need anything, shoot me a message. I'll do my best to get you answered this week. One other quick thing, I know one of the brothers has been asking about my George Washington statue, and these were made by the Scottish Rite Valley of Indianapolis some years ago as a fundraiser. And there's one sitting just inside as you go into the auditorium with a plaque there. But this is one of the famous statues of George Washington. An actual life-size statue is placed at the State House in downtown Indianapolis of this statue. So I know I haven't got you answered on that question, but this is where George came from. So brothers, I hope you have a great week. I hope you and your family are safe and happy and healthy, and reach out and talk to a Mason that hasn't been to a lodge in a while. Reach out to our widows and just let them know how much we care about them. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your Grand Master. Good night, brothers.